One of the other things I wanted to see during this season was Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson taking the floor at the exact same time. I've dubbed it the double big lineup. But since Robinson's been back, we haven't seen that lineup much. And when we have seen it, it's only been on the floor for a few minutes at a time, not more than that. Now, maybe it has to do with Mitchell Robinson being on a minutes restriction. But even that, we've still seen Robinson play a lot more minutes over the course of the last few games. His minutes are starting to ramp up, but we still haven't seen a lot of Karl-Anthony Towns and Robinson share the floor together. Now, why is that the case? Because before Mitchell Robinson returned, when he was still rehabbing, Tom Thibodeau spoke at length at potentially putting Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns on the floor at the exact same time, even potentially starting Mitchell Robinson. But now, we're rarely seeing that duo together. There has to be a reason behind it. And shout out to NBA insider Michael Scotto because he helped reveal the exact reason why the Knicks are not utilizing that double big lineup as often as most fans would like. Shout out to NBA insider Michael Scotto with Hoops Hype for giving us the following update on why the Knicks don't utilize the double big lineup of Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns a lot more. According to him, in terms of pairing, Mitchell Robinson with Karl-Anthony Towns, I know that Cat prefers to play the 4 at times, no question. But offensively, their floor spacing is better and the driving lanes are more open when Cat is playing the 5 and they're playing 5 out. I just think in the playoffs, it gives Tom Thibodeau more optionality, which they're going to need if they want to go up against Boston and Cleveland. But here's one of the main reasons why we're not seeing that double big lineup. When Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby are on the floor together, they are one of the top defensive teams right there. OG Anunoby is the answer to why you're not seeing that pairing. Because if you want to see the pairing of Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson, you're going to have to play Towns at the 4 and Mitchell Robinson at the 5. And just an observation, based on what I've seen after looking at that lineup a few times, obviously in limited minutes, sometimes I see Towns inside the paint and I see Mitchell Robinson trying to guard somebody at the three-point line. When I see that, I understand why Tom Thibodeau doesn't want to run that lineup out there a lot of times, because that's not ideal. Honestly, I would want Cat at the 3 and Mitchell Robinson holding down things inside. But Robinson feels more comfortable with Towns on the floor going out and guarding those other three-point shooters. Now, sometimes maybe it works, but oftentimes, if it doesn't work, you have two big men laboring trying to run up the court. And that is always going to be a 3-on-5 situation. Alternatively, though, if you put OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson out there, the defense gets even better. And when you put the ball in the hands of OG Anunoby, especially lately, he has been lighting up the opposing team. 3-point shots, driving to the basket, taking free throws. Everything you want him to do, he's doing. Oh, yeah. He's now playmaking and rebounding at an elite level. Going back to what Michael Scotto said here regarding the fact that the Knicks do not play Towns and Robinson together often, it does sound like Tom Thibodeau may be saving that for the playoffs. Because according to Scotto, I just think that in the playoffs, it just gives Tom Thibodeau more optionality, more things to go to, more rotations to utilize if he's playing against Boston or Cleveland. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and subscribe here to the Knicks Recap Clips channel and have notifications turned on. Also, be sure to subscribe to the main Knicks Recap channel as well too. That way you never miss any new content created. Make sure you leave a comment below and we'll catch you again on the next video. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.